What? Yeah. 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 What? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello again. Hello, people. I had like the craziest a few minutes ago. I was just sitting down here to prepare, and suddenly the mic was gone. So, and that was like 2 minutes before I was gonna go live. But I got it to work, luckily. So, I'm hoping you can hear me and everything. It seems like it's okay. Hello and welcome back. Hello, Andy, Leilani, Alexis, Shiro, Black Neon, Ainad, Kara, and David, Blossom, Mr. Nevermind. Hi, everyone. And thank you so much for being here. So this episode, we're still gonna do sort of the same thing we did last time, because I think that went pretty well. It was good to have a timer on the consultations, though, so that I didn't, spend too much time on each, because I do want to have time for some questions as well. So, hello everyone. So I have not a new thing, but I added some sort of instructions in the chat that can help you also, because for me to answer questions, it's easier for me if you can type question in caps before your question, then it's easier for me to see, oh, a question is coming, and then I can focus on it, because it's so nice of you to write all these chat messages and hello and happy Mother's Day. Thank you. I think that's in America. In Norway, I think we have Mother's Day. Thank you. February 8th. So I already had my Mother's Day in Norway. But thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you, mothers. Okay, so we're going to do some tattoo consultations and, of course, answering some questions for you. And I'm going to start the giveaway. I'm starting it because it's going on a timer, and it sort of reads your chat messages. So you get sort of points or something. I don't quite understand it. But then Streamlabs helps me to find a winner at the end of the show. So before we go and dive into it, Nightbot is also here, and okay, I just tried Nightbot and then I disliked it, but then it's still here. Question: is an ankle or foot tattoo more painful than lower back? I would say very much yes. An ankle or a foot, especially foot, I would say tattooing your foot. I only have it on the top of one foot. I was going to have both of them, but the pain was too much for me, so I only have the one. And I never finished it. I never did anything more with it because I need to find a better cream before I can tattoo the foot again. Lower back, I don't know, maybe because I'm a little on the heavier side, I have a little more meat on the lower back, so I think the lower back for me wasn't that bad really. So for me personally, feet are like a 10 in pain and the lower back is maybe a 3. So there you have it. Stuart watching here in Scotland. Cool. Hi from Philly. Flying Wine Bear. Advice for first timer wanting to get a tattoo. I guess for first timer, it all depends on what you are, what your concern is, because you don't really need to prepare that much if you're just going in to get your first tattoo. The tattoo artist is going to take care of you. He or she is going to, make a design for the tattoo that you want. And most tattoo artists will understand if you are nervous, or you just tell them like, it's my first tattoo and I'm quite nervous, and they're going to take very good care of you. So I don't think I can have any advice other than like really think about what you want to get, and go to a tattoo artist that you really like trust, and that he or she is a good artist and has a good reputation and works in a professional studio. That's it. And like they have a clean and nice professional looking studio. Okay, one more question. Since my first session for shade and color, I've been concerned about my artist's vision for the colors in my background. Okay, just one word: dialogue. You need to tell the artist about your concerns, because if they are, on a whole different page than you, at least you can know what their vision is. And I mean, it's your body. You are paying for the tattoo. So if you don't like their vision, you need to tell them and say that, you know what, I'm not entirely up for that. Can we go somewhere like this? And they have to adapt to your wish. But of course, they want to do it in their own artistic way. But you are the client and you're going to have the tattoo on the body for the rest of your life, So dialogue, share your concerns with the artist. Awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna say hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the TAT Chat.
This is the TAT Chat with Electric Linda.
Okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and go to the first consultation, which is from, let's see, it's from Regina. And this, this is Regina. And she asks, what do you need to do to make this look better? Did I have this wrong now? Oh my God. like the names here, because she said about something about yeah, I just wrote the wrong question. I know that she wanted it to be sort of she wanted to keep the white lettering. Let's see here. Sorry for this little mistake. Yes, I want to cover up this black tattoo while keeping the white writing. I want the cover up to be done with feathers or something feminine like that, and without covering my entire underarm. Any suggestions? Okay, so feathers or something feminine. I would say like feathers. You know what I mean? Just think about a nice feather. They are super soft and gentle, often has a lot of white in it, and you know, they have this fuzzy, cozy vibe. Light feathers like that are difficult to use as a cover up. Because I want to make the feather sort of light. But we could maybe do sort of, okay, I think I would place, and she doesn't want it to be so much bigger, but I would say we could use maybe this one. Just make the edge and the, you know, the tip, and then the feather can go like up here or something, right? And then we can make it like fuzzy in the bottom here, and just use this space to make that white, fuzzy, featherish, cozy, woolly feeling. And then maybe we could even sort of fold the feather a little bit. I'm not quite sure. But you understand, if we were to make like the feather almost like, well, this sort of size and placement. I forgot the timer. Where's my timer? There it is. I cheated. Sort of like this size on the feather. Make it a little fuzzy and everything here. And then we have the base of the feather there. And then you wanted to keep this white lettering. I'm not totally sure of what it actually says here. Let's see. It looks like a B. So I think sort of to, if you were to keep it, then I would, you know, like bring it out more with just making some soft shades around it. It looks like it says Beto or something. Beto. I'm not quite sure here. Because it's not, that's the thing. If we just, as soon as the artist knows what, you know, what it says here, they can just make it more visible in what it's actually, what's actually here, by making a soft sort of shade behind it, like that maybe. And then I would sort of keep this fade a little bit, like smudge it out even more. And then make it darker up here because we need to cover this up. We can even do, yes, we could do that. To sort of keep this, the feather white, like very light anyway. We need to make sort of a darker background behind it, you know? So I'm gonna do some shading around here. I don't have the perfect brush. I'm just doing this as fast as I can just to like make something good. And then I think it could be cool to make one more feather, but a dark one. And it could just be in dark gray. That could actually just work. That could be, I need to think about the direction because it's nice when the feather, like the base form, is sort of an S shaped. Like this one is an S shape up here. And then the one beneath it should also be that. Maybe like this direction. You know what I mean? Because then it could be one more feather here. Which is darker. Not sure about what to do with this area over there, but we can just do like a background as well. Maybe not as much down there actually. But yeah, something like that is what I would suggest. I mean, it will take time to make this drawing and sketch like really perfect because you probably don't want it to be too big, but it needs to cover anyway, so it can't be too small either. So, but yeah, that's like, I think just my short little sketch of how I would do this. I'm gonna try to color it a little bit with a gray. It's gonna help like seeing what we're actually doing here. Because we could make one feather like really gray with almost a little bit of a blue tone in it or something. That's easier to actually see that this is a feather, because then you can have more like the black and gray, sort of black and skin effect in the background here to make that details behind that go away. Trying to make this as soft as I can, but then you just have to work a lot with this, with the shades around here, so that it's not, you know, it needs to be like really soft. It's almost like we're gonna have to smudge it a little bit. We can't do that with a tattoo, but we can do it in the drawing. And I think for me, tattooing is almost easier than the actual drawing. So it's a smart way for me to sort of plan the tattoo. So we really have to like smudge it out and make it as soft as possible. just softening the feather as well. Since I'm just like sketching so fast, it can, yeah, it doesn't always look that great when I'm doing that, but okay, yeah, I still feel like I need to practice the whole Procreate thing. It's not something you learn overnight. I must admit that. Okay, I think we're onto something here. But you see what I'm getting at. We need light in the feathers, like at least the upper one, because then it can be really soft and smooth. I think I'm gonna sort of make it even smoother up here. So I'm sort of actually taking away a lot of the inks up there so that it can be even softer and almost like disappear on top there, you know. Maybe that one as well can, the darker one can almost also just soften out and disappear a little bit. Yeah, so that's sort of how something like that I would do it. Like feathers, they are soft and feminine, and we're keeping the white text, but we're enhancing it by making a smooth, shaded, dark, like black and watered background. I think that's my solution. I cheated so on the time, so I'm stopping my clock. Okay, that was this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if I did the names correct, but I think that was Regina's. Yeah, you were all signing up for the giveaway. That's cool. I really love making digital portraits. I don't know if you saw. You can see it if you want. We can. It's like a minute or so. No. Here it is. So Victoria, I think it was her name, and she won last time, and I can play the video so you can see. Yeah, so this is like Procreate's like automatic video thing. It's amazing because then you can just, you don't have to like think about filming. You can just draw on Procreate and it records the actual drawing, not in real time, but sort of what you're doing step by step. So that's kind of cool. So this was last week's winner, and this is sort of how I make digital portraits. I love doing them. I want to make more of them because I love portraits. I'm thinking about doing even more like effects with them. So if you don't mind, the next winner, I'm gonna do play around even more with it, like artistically. So I'm really like excited to do that. But yeah, this is the last week's winner. So the prize for this giveaway by the end of this episode is a digital portrait by me. So the winners just send me an email with a photo that they like, a selfie or whatever. Question: will you stream more on Twitch this week? Yes, I think I will, because Norwegian news, because of this the virus has, had children and everyone staying at home. But next week, my daughter's going back to school twice a week, and my youngest, no, my middle, he's in kindergarten. So it's only me and the baby. So I'm thinking Wednesday I'm going to stream. It's going to be in the daytime Norwegian time, so that's going to be like in the middle of the night / morning for you Americans. So we'll see when it happens, but I will tweet and all of that, as you know. So, you are awesome with those questions. Question, does it need to be a human portrait? No. If you have a dog or a cat or a horse, no problem. The winner gets a digital portrait. That's sort of what you get. If you, send me a photo of your house, I could do that as well. But I would prefer like breathing species, like human or nice looking animals. But the photo needs to be like a good lighting and everything, right? So you know that. Question, will you ever travel to Italy, maybe as guest in some shop or for fun? I used to travel a lot before, but that was before I expanded the family, and I don't know, it's just right now I'm prioritizing family, my health, and working in the shop. Really, the shop sort of, I think they need me in a way. I miss them, so I don't think I'll be traveling for a while, actually. But I'm not done with traveling, but I'm just like focusing here for quite a while. Okay, so let's dive into the next consultation, shall we? Consultation number 2 is Emilia. Let's see here, Emilia. I got all the questions like in the wrong spot on my notes here. So, Emilia is here. What do I need to do to make this look better? Sorry. Again. Here, Emilia. What do I need to do to make this look better? Okay. This is, the black in here is really black. So this is, and I don't think this is like a really bad tattoo. It just needs some improvement. It needs some love. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. The timer, I think we're just going to sort of enhance the realism in the tiger, shape it a little bit more, enhance all the shapes and forms, like shade, like that maybe. So first we need to sort of go in with some darker shades, maybe even, go a little bit outside of it, because so that you almost get the feeling like the tiger's face is sort of, almost sticking out without having any effect. We're just making a little shade below the chin and all that, so it has a little 3D effect without making it cheesy. I'm not fond of sort of cheesy 3D effects on tattoos. I'm not sure how to describe what I mean with the cheesy ones, but especially the ones that are like tearing up the skin and something is sticking out of your body. Be careful with those. They tend to be looking sort of cheesy in a way. They were very hot and popular in 80s to 90s. And yeah, I'm not a very big fan of those. So yeah, now I'm just like giving the tiger some oomph in the full shape, just making it pop a little bit more. So the tiger right now, I just think it needs some white, and we can do, okay, we can just lighten. No, the white is always something you just do some details here and there like that. I'm just like adding some white, like carefully, almost like dots. Yeah. And here in the chin, a little bit more white, and a little sort of like, it doesn't need to be all smudgy and, you know, smooth and all. It can be a little rough. And here on the nose, or snout, or I don't know what you call it. We can have a little here on the edge here just to like shape it. And we can even, I like white sometimes. I use it to sort of make a shape more visible on black. But this will blend though. So the white that I'm doing here in a black area will fade and mix with the black and sort of be more grayish, but I don't mind. It's just to lighten it and make sort of a shape and a contrast. We can also make some texture on the nose. So I'm just like gently dotting white on the nose. Or yeah, it's a nose. Like that. And of course we need below the eye, and I'm making it like, I'm making the white in sort of a rough, not like smooth and perfect way, but in a rougher way. And we should have some reflection in the eye, maybe just a dot on each side, or we can, and we can even have, can make some dots here, maybe a little there and there. And I think we need just to like, the eyes should always like be worked on so much more than the other parts. The eyes are the most important. You know, it's the window to the soul, or whatever people say. I'm sort of just like sketching, but on the blacker parts it needs to be all black, and then it can just fade a little bit. Are you seeing what I'm doing with the eyes? You can't see my pen working, but I was thinking about doing something with that some other time. Okay, but just like giving the eyes a little more oomph and shade. Okay, So the eyes are a little bit more intense now. So I think the tiger itself looks nicer. And I think actually the bottom here is quite nice. Maybe just, we could work on, you know, the shapes, all the lines could, you know, just be a little bit, I don't know. I don't think we have to work a lot on the bottom here. This, I don't like the things, you know, almost like a flowery sort of pattern around the tiger's face. Not quite sure how to do that, like super, maybe just keep it as it is. I'm not sure. Or we could just make, actually, I think I would make a new outline just outside of it, just to like really show that it is just a pattern, you know? And maybe just, yeah, in here, something like that. Yeah, something like that, just to like, so that it looks more like a pattern and not like flower leaves or something. And then on top here, I would just maybe make this flower more soft and smooth. I don't think you should work too much on the pattern or something here. You should just, like, I don't know, like this, you can make it more poppy, like realistic, make it more visible that it's actually a flower. I don't know if I can like really explain what I mean with this, but yeah, the flower can be worked on. We can make more like a shade beneath it, even make the flower sort of come out again, a little bit of a 3D effect, because these geometrical designs can often be a little flat, so I like it when you use shading in them as well. So yeah, here you have the before and the after. That's sort of what I would do, really. There's something I don't like in the ends, like here, but I'm not sure how to do that, but that could be worked on. Maybe do some more like patterns, some ornamental, you know, lines, nice circly things. But that would be nice to just like draw them, or even, you know, make more mandala-ish patterns and you know, work even more around it and build on this. But yeah, this is sort of what I would do to this. I hope you like that one. Okay, the timer off. Are your DMs open, random guy? Can you shut off DMs on Instagram? Can you tell me how in that case? Because some other time I'm going to tell you like a story. We don't have time for that. But I really don't like writing with people in a way, because in many reasons, but I'm just bad with writing words and explaining. I'm a very visual person, You know what I mean? So having these consultation, showing you visually what I want to do, that's what I do best. When people ask me questions on DMs, emails, or whatever, I feel, I don't know, I'm a very sensitive person. I feel like this pressure, and I really don't always know what to say, or I don't have the time, or, and I wish, so I really don't like DMs really, or emails. If you want to contact me in any way, I just sort of want to know why first. I'm sort of a selective person. I don't want to sound weird or anything, but it's just, if it's about booking, then everything in booking goes through Attitude Tattoo Studio. So attitude.no if you want to book with a tattoo artist. My booking is all closed now because I have a maternity leave. I'm focusing on my family and my kids and my baby, 2 months old. So I'm focusing on that. So that's sort of also like why I don't like having DMs and emails and questions. So, and that's sort of also why I started the TAT chat, because I could answer your questions for everyone to see, because a lot of people ask me the same question every day, especially like this. What do you think about my tattoo? What is possible to do? Is it possible to ... So that's why I made this the TAT chat, and I'm going to answer as many questions as I possibly can here. And again, if it's booking, contact Attitude. And yeah, that's it really. Should we just, what time is it? Oh my God. We only have 15 minutes left. So consultation number 3 is from Michelle. And Michelle asked me, how could you work this mermaid tattoo into a full nautical chest piece? And I was like, oh my God, this is cool. This is so much fun. So it's almost like the one we had last week, the mermaid. But again, a female chest is, we don't want to like put too much and put too much darkness on it. So, and because this mermaid that is already there, we can't sort of, I don't want to, which brush am I on? That's okay. I don't want to, like, this area needs to be dark to cover her as much as we can. But we don't have to make that like black. We can and should use a cool tone of color, like gray, blue, turquoise, green, purple. So as you see in the color circle, you know that the warm colors, the warmest is like the golden here, the yellowish orange. Orange is like super warm. And the coldest is the blue. That's the bluest and the coldest you can go. And to cover up a tattoo, you should keep in the cold area. Like maximum is purple. You should never go like pink on a cover up on top of black or something. But when you're covering up black, you can use purple, blue, and turquoise. Green, if it's like a really dark green like that. But we're going to go in with like an aqua color And let's do the timer again. So again, we're sort of focusing on that this area needs to be sort of dark, and we can also have a lot of details there. I'm gonna go in and do darken, I think, or is it multiply? Yes, I think it's multiply. No, is it darken? Sorry. And the thing is, the shape is very vertical, right? So that's sort of a problem, but I'm thinking if we either we could do a new mermaid, but then she would have to float and be like all over this. That could be awesome. If you want a new mermaid. It could also be something else, but I think it would be cool to make a watery underwater theme, so we could just keep on, you know, make more of this water thing, because it's so easy to cover with I don't think she said cover mermaid, just work on it. Let's see her. Didn't she say cover up? How could you work this mermaid tattoo into a full nautical chest piece? Yeah, the thing is, I wouldn't work this mermaid into a full nautical if it were up to me, because she's so small. We're talking about a full nautical chest piece. She's so small. She should be the main person, you know, and not a tiny object. I mean, look at this is sort of the area that I would, not that I would use from the collarbones, and you see like the boob area here. I would fade and do a smooth thing here, smooth thing there, and then usually I like to do it like a little heart-shaped, like the main frame in a female chest piece could be a little heart-shaped, because it's very feminine and nice, but the tail of the mermaid is very low here, so we have to sort of go quite low, but then I would almost make it go down and have a little edge there, but you know, between the boobies, because it will I don't know, it will just bring out the feminineness in a way. So yeah, imagine like this is sort of the area we're working on. I just don't think that this, I wouldn't keep the mermaid there. I would make a new one. And okay, I'm gonna just try to see where she is. And because she's so small, can't hear you. Volume is very low on computer. Volume is turned way up. Yeah, several people had said that my microphone is way too low. It's on maximum. I'm guessing it's also because I'm not speaking like super loud, and I can't sit this close to the microphone because it's gonna be in the way of what I'm doing. So I hope the sound is good enough for most of you. Otherwise, I don't know. I can't. If it's gonna be a problem, then I'll just have to figure out something else. Okay. but you know what I mean? Like this, I want to sort of make, it would be cool to make a new mermaid, and then she would have to sort of go around here, like maybe this could be the end of the tail or something, and we can have like the face here or whatever. I'm not gonna draw this like fully like I tried to do the last time, because this is a big piece and I'm not gonna make this that detailed. But this is a way to sort of make an S shape, use the whole area, and just have the old mermaid to be underwater. And or it could be a, you know, other things. You could have like a big octopus, maybe a mermaid, half octopus, or we can have we can put in a lot of, you know, small fish here and there. I don't know. There are so many things you can do with this, but you have to sort of, I don't know, just have a nice flow and keep the mermaid in the water. That's my sort of what I would do, because it's a lot of darkness in this mermaid. She has black hair and a dark blue, let's see here, a dark blue tail and all this green things. But you see, if we were to do the other idea and sort of keep her, we could do that as well. I think she would be, personally, I think she would be too small. But if the client really wanted it to be that way, I would place her on some rocks here. Bear with me here. I'm not like, okay, on some rocks. We're making some water. Just trying to, also, we have to use sort of the female body. Okay, some water here. So she's sitting on a rock in water. I'm going to have some reflectioning in the water and everything. And then more water and maybe some like nice landscaping. So, and we have to think perspective. When you're taking a photo, like I'm tattooing a nature environment and I'm taking a photo, I'm there, I'm watching it. You have to think perspective. Are you, the viewer, standing in the same height as the mermaid? Right here, I would say sort of yes. We're also sitting on a rock looking at her. So then the horizon should then be in her eye height, about that height. It's not like super. We could lower it. Maybe actually I do want to lower it just to like, we could also heighten it just to not have too much, but I think I want to lower this just below her shoulder, because the shoulder is nice when it's like sticking out of the main frame, if you know what I mean. And then we can just do some landscaping, like and it can just fading into the shoulder, and do some water reflection, everything, and maybe some trees, maybe some palm trees. We can have maybe more landscape there, maybe more palm trees. I love palm trees. I wish we could have palm trees here. It's too cold. We are Vikings. Now it says you can no longer enter the contest. Well, that is a sign that we are out of time. So now we're going to pick our winner. But yeah, this is, I think, what I would do if the client really wanted to save the mermaid and keep her I would do something like that. And maybe still keep like this shape in, you know, the background, so that we have maybe a sunset in the background or something with some nice colors. But you understand what I mean. We do landscaping and she's sitting there. She's still in front and sort of the main person. We could do anything here. Put unicorns or, you know, dolphins or whatever. There are so many options. So the giveaway. I'm sorry, we're gonna go over time a few minutes, but I'm giving away a digital portrait. And drum roll, I'm gonna, maybe you want to see like a proof. So I'm showing you the screen now, and I'm gonna click this button. It says pick a winner, and I'm clicking it, and it says Karen Hill. So Karen, you are the winner. Karen Hill, are you still here? Karen Hill, send me an email. Let's see here. My buttons are disappearing sometimes. Send me an email to post@electricalinda.com. And you will get a digital portrait. Okay, congrats. That was fun. Okay, one more question from Shiro. Does your drawing skills have to be very high for an apprenticeship, or is enough a low medium level? Oh, you're here, Karen Hill. Awesome. Send me an email. post@electricalinda.com with a nice photo, and you will get a portrait. So, Shiro, the question, does your drawing skill have to be very high for an apprenticeship, or is enough a low medium level? To be super, super honest, which I usually am, to be an apprentice in my shop, to be my apprentice, I would say you need to have a very high drawing skill. Because as I'm telling everyone who wants to tattoo, I'm putting the finger out because it's important. You cannot tattoo what you can't draw. That's like super important. You can't. Because the tattoo machine, pen, whatever you're using, the tattoo machine is still just an object that you're using in your hand to create art. I know a lot of people are just like feeling, you know, following the stencil and making the lines, but they're not going to be a great artist. You need to be able to draw, to be able to tattoo. So that was my honest answer. I hope that is okay. Thank you so much for being here. I felt like this was just like 5 minutes of my life, even though it was a full hour. Thank you so much for being here. Karen, once again, congratulations. Send me an email. Hello, Wendy Lucas, Andy Fletcher, Leilani, Mel's, Wendy Lucas, Angelica, Chelsea, Donald, Andrea. A lot of you are here, and I'm starting to like, you know a lot of your names, and it's so nice. It's starting to feel like we're, you are my electric family, and we're a little gang going on. That's very nice. So yeah, once again, thank you so much. You can always enter more questions to the stream if you want on the tatchat.com. For those of you who didn't make it to the consultations, try again for next week. yeah, and that's all I can do right now and help you with. So thank you again. See you next time. Okay? Bye bye.
This is the TAT Chat with Electric Linda.